think I'd say my sense is if you stay off the radar of the scaled content abuse and you helpfulness stays extremely high, and that is sort of shows up in the user metrics that they rely on, then you're probably kind of in that okay, maybe in the maybe okay camp.
Yeah, and algorithms are deciding whether you fall into these categories or not. So there's definitely weighted thresholds on all this stuff. How in your world how is plagiarism being viewed today? Because and also hallucinations by these LLMs, because they're just predicting what is most likely the next word. And I've found it to be, it's like, oh, link to this content, and like, oh, that page is not built. Maybe we need to build that page. That could be a good page. So
That's an
is
interesting.
it?
I haven't thought of that insight, but that's a great insight.
So I'm
Clearly,
just,
the LLM wants this thing to exist so that it can cite it.
yeah, yeah. Well, we're working around a term, like there's a lot of these different terms like ChatGPT, SEO, GIO, AEO. Like I don't think the industry's decided on it. We've really gone with LLM visibility and said we're building around LLM visibility. That's ultimately what this is. This is what we're trying to do. And we built like a custom framework to do that and a strategy on how to make that happen. And we're even working with some partners on some tools and indexes and things. And there's a lot of noise, but I think back to your point, which I do want to talk about plagiarism, but Google is dying. I think Google's trying. This is how I see it. I see Google's trying to take on Amazon with like buy right now, right? We have the search traffic buy right now. And then ChatGPT's becoming like taking over Google from a search standpoint at scale, right? Like they're just winning the at scale. So I feel like the business models are shifting. Even Google announced the big launch with YouTube. And I think that that's one of the battles is AI generated people are coming and are here. Actually, they're totally here. But the vast majority of people on YouTube are actual people. And that's really rich content that can be used a lot of different ways. And so Google and ads and everything of what I'm seeing is being pushed to YouTube and to like buy now. I don't know, that's at a high level what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's certainly evident, and I'd say what's going to, if rubber crystal ball, what's going to happen with Google. We're going to see sort of in like basic metric stuff, but it's like we're going to see reduced clicks. We're going to see increased conversion from those clicks that we get. The funnel will be collapsed. I think we're seeing that already, where people are going to be in their LLM of choice to do the research, gain the knowledge on whatever they're wanting to do, and then their transaction, they'd move to the web for transaction. Maybe that'll eventually get to to the one click situation of, okay, I've planned my trip, go book it all.
Yeah. Oh, the agent economy. You're talking the
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
And so I think we're going to probably step our way there, and I think sort of what the world will look like over the next couple of years, maybe hard to make predictions that age well in AI, but it will be people continuing to exist in the LLMs for that knowledge gaining. As a result, most websites seeing a reduction in clicks, especially if it's superficial layer information, and then a increase in quality of the clicks that they get from a standpoint of conversions, and that, yes, LLM visibility and seeding LLMs with the knowledge that drives them towards your solution as being the optimal solution for that problem is I think definitely the name of the game.
Yeah, and I know that we're a SEO podcast, but man, I also see to the agent economy. I see crypto, right? I see the money of the internet coming involved in this to be able to transact. Like I think there's just so much transformation that's happening. And to your point, predictions don't age well. Who knows where things are going to go? And I like yeah, a lot of it is about seeding the LLMs. And I talk about right now is the opportunity, right? Right now is the opportunity where everybody's trying to kind of figure out what's happening. Google, I feel like AI overviews was like a stopgap measure to keep people from moving to the LLMs so quickly. But as people use the LLMs, now a study did just come out. I can't remember who put it out. I'll have to have them on the podcast. But basically, it showed, and this is early, that data from the LLMs were just as good, maybe slightly better, but not as much better as I thought it would be than Google itself. So
Okay.
I thought that was interesting. I, however, think that the customer journey is about brand management. And if people are using last click attribution, who knows, right? Things come in on an ad, but they've seen it on Facebook. They've saw it on Reddit. They've maybe used multiple LLMs to make decisions. It's hard to say what's happening and how people are making this decision. It's really about how is your brand showing up? How visible are you in these LLMs? But I'm dealing with, John, entity issues. So you can see my name here is Matt. So I'm showing up in the knowledge graph as two separate people.